When I was in my early 30s, I did something I've never told anyone about. Not my friends, not my family, and not even the man I eventually married. It wasn't a crime or a scandal or anything dangerous. It was just one quiet moment in my life. One moment that changed everything inside me. At that time, I was in a long-term relationship with a man who was genuinely good. He was steady, predictable, considerate, the kind of person everyone tells you you're supposed to build a life with. And yet, for reasons I didn't understand back then, I felt this subtle emptiness growing inside me, a feeling that I was walking through my own life like a guest, instead of the one actually living it. One evening, after finishing a late shift at work, I stopped by a small café to warm up and unwind. The place was quiet, soft lighting, low music, the kind of atmosphere that slows your thoughts down. That's when I noticed him, a stranger sitting across the room with a gentle smile and warm eyes. Eyes that felt oddly familiar, even though we'd never met. We ended up talking for hours, about books we loved, music we missed, the things that made us feel like ourselves. It had been so long since I'd had a conversation like that. Effortless, open, honest. And the ease of it scared me a little, because it reminded me of the parts of myself I had slowly let fade away. Over the next few weeks, we kept running into each other. Sometimes it was a quick hello while grabbing coffee. Other times we'd sit down and talk like old friends. With every conversation, I realized how much of my identity I had tucked away, trying to be the right person in my relationship. Then came the night that changed everything. It was raining, that soft, steady kind of rain that makes the whole world feel quiet. We were the only two people left in the cafe, the lights dim, the air warm and peaceful. He reached across the table and gently brushed my hand, and I didn't move. It wasn't romantic, and it wasn't even a promise. It was just two people sharing a moment of honesty without saying a single word. But in that small touch, something inside me finally clicked. The next morning, I ended my relationship. Not because of that stranger, I never saw him again, but because that evening showed me a truth I had been avoiding. I was pretending to be happy, and pretending is exhausting. Sometimes I wonder if he ever thinks about that night too. About the woman who sat across from him, watching raindrops slide down the window like they were trying to tell her something. But mostly, I think about how that one quiet moment gave me the courage to choose myself again. Years later, when I met the man who would become my husband, I told him that once, long ago, I walked away from a relationship without fully understanding why. He didn't judge me. He simply smiled and said, "Maybe you just needed space to find yourself first." And he was right. I needed to remember who I was before I could love someone the way they deserved. We all carry our own gentle secrets, the kind that don't hurt anyone, but shape us in ways we can't always explain. That night, that cafe, that moment in the rain. It's my quiet secret, a reminder of the version of myself I almost lost, and how far I've come since then.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more.